Good evening, Internet. If you're joining us live, we appreciate it. We're going to be trying something new here tonight. I'm going to film a how-to video on the Monster Smart Illluminessence Indoor-Outdoor Spotlights. Actually see... Okay, well... He's actually... if you're watching live... this guy over here, we call him the Hollow Kid. He's actually going to feature in the updated studio, but for right now, you're not supposed to see him. Here we are. Anyway, we're going to try this live tonight. We're going to do a couple of how-tos. I figured it'd be fun to do it as a live bit. We've never really done this. I did a couple of unboxings one time, but this way you'll be able to see kind of what the weird process is for filming these things, and we'll see if it works. Anyway, I'm gonna jump over here real quick and see. I do have chat open tonight, so if you have any questions, I won't answer them during the filming, but at the end of each segment I will. Yeah, so I guess here we go. Hello Internet, I'm Scott, and this is a PLUGHITZ Live How-To. Today we're going to take a look at the Monster Smart Illluminessence Indoor-Outdoor Spotlight. We did a unboxing on this recently, and now we're going to show exactly how to connect these to your home network, work network, wherever you're going to use them through the Monster Smart app. So there's a couple of things that you're going to need before we get started. You're going to need, obviously, the lights. You can get them on Amazon. The link's in the description. You can get them at the Monster Illluminessence website. But you'll need the lights. You'll also need your smartphone with the Monster Smart app installed. And then you're going to have to create your account. So if you have not done that yet, go do that. And we'll see you back in a second. All right, now that you've done that, I'm assuming that you paused it, and now that you've done that, what you're going to need is your phone with the Monster Smart app, and you're going to need the lights, which I have right here. Hopefully this process is going to be as easy. There we go. Lots of product here. Hopefully this is going to be as easy as the other Monster Smart products are. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your phone. You're going to go to your Wi-Fi. Make sure you're connected to the correct Wi-Fi. It has to be a Wi-Fi network that supports 2.4 gigahertz. Most modern networks do, but it might be turned off in your router. If it is, the app will let you know there's a problem. You need to go turn it on. But we're going to assume that you've already got that all set. What you're going to do is you're going to plug in the light. I've plugged these in once before as part of the unboxing. Hopefully that won't be a problem. So I'm going to plug these in, and hopefully what we're going to see, sometimes they'll turn on automatically and sometimes they won't. If they don't, you press the button twice, and then you're going to hold the button for about 5 or 6 seconds. There we go. And now our lights are flashing. That should be, I'm going to blow that out of the camera for you. Now what you're going to do is you're going to start on the home screen, obviously. You're going to hit the plus button in the top right corner. You're going to hit the add device button, which is the top one right now. You're going to go to lighting, which should be your second one. It's going to show you the settings. It's going to make sure that you've got your Wi-Fi set up and the password for the Wi-Fi in it. You're going to hit next. It should come up and show that there is a light waiting to be configured. It'll go through a process. Mine has a standard Apple like when you're installing an app from the App Store. It will take a few minutes. It's still going. Hope everybody's having a good night. This won't be part of the final video. Neither will this, because the dog's barking in the background. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm taking screenshots on the phone as I go through this, so that I can splice them into the video later. This is the boring part of these videos that you guys don't normally get to see because I edit them out. All right, there we go. Once this is done, the lights should... All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start all this over because I didn't hit record at the beginning, and I just had a Wi-Fi issue. So I'm going to start this over from the beginning. Nope. I wanted to start with this down here. Hello Internet, I'm Scott, and this is a PLUGHITZ Live how-to. Today we're going to take a look at the Monster Smart Illluminessence Indoor-Outdoor Spotlights and how to pair them with your phone, which allows you to then pair them with your local Wi-Fi network. There's a couple of things that you're going to need before we get started. The first is you're going to need the lights themselves, which we have right here. I'm going to put them... This is the box. You can purchase them from Walmart nope. Damn it. See? Again, this is the stuff you don't get to see in the final version. Try number 3. Hello Internet, I'm Scott, and this is a PLUGHITZ Live how-to. Today we're going to take a look at the Monster Smart Illluminessence Indoor-Outdoor Spotlights. We did an unboxing on these recently. Now we're going to show you how to pair them with your phone, which will allow you to connect them to your Wi-Fi so you can control them from anywhere. Before we get started, there'll be a couple of things that you'll need. Obviously, first, you're going to need the lights themselves. I've got them right here. You can purchase them on Amazon. We've got the link in the description below. You can also purchase them at monsterilluminescence.com. You're also going to need, obviously, your phone. On your phone, you're going to need the Monster Smart app. You're going to need your phone connected to a Wi-Fi network that is 2.4 gigahertz. Most modern routers support 2.4, but they might have it turned off. If it is turned off for yours, you might have to go turn that on and find the instructions for your router. Once you're connected to Wi-Fi, you've got Bluetooth turned on, you've got the app installed, make sure you create an account. And then we can get started. Now that you've got all that done, I assumed you paused the video and got all that taken care of first. Now we can go ahead and get started. If you've seen any of the other Monster Smart Illluminessence products, this should be similar. The process might be a little different because there's multiple bulbs and it's a slightly different product, but should be very similar. What we're going to do is we are going to plug in the lights. Now, when we plug in the lights themselves might turn on, they might not. Once they're on, what we're going to do, if they're not on, you can press the button, the multifunction button on your controller 2 times. Once they're on, what we're going to do is we're going to hold the multifunction button for about 5 or 6 seconds, and the lights should start to blink. So I'm holding it now. We should see the lights start to blink rapidly. There we go. You can see them blinking now. Now I'm going to go over to my phone. I'm going to go from the start screen, from the main screen. I'm going to hit the plus button in the top right corner. I'm going to say add device. On this screen, you might see discovering devices. If so, you can go ahead and hit add. If you don't see that, you're going to go to lighting. And from lighting, it'll ask you about your Wi-Fi. And then you will see the light and start pairing from there. But if you do see that big red button, you can go ahead and hit that. You can see I have already started the process here. The lights have stopped blinking and instead have gone into, I thought maybe they were pulsing, but they're not. They've gone from red to white. And on our screen over here, we now see found 1 device, added 1 successfully. That's what we want. And the spotlights have a check mark next to them. I'm going to go ahead and hit next. On this next screen, you will see the ability to hit the pencil and give these spotlights a name. I am going to leave it as is for mine. You can also choose what room you want to put it in. In this particular case, these are probably going to go outside. And so I'm not really worried about that. But you can go ahead and tap one of them on the screen to decide where you're going to put it. Then you hit done. It'll have a little progress bar for a second, and you are good to go. Legitimately, that's it. Now, I've got a little notification that says new device firmware available, so I'm going to hit the update on that while we're sitting here. Now, once you've got these paired, everything's pretty easy. You have the ability to control them with solid colors, which is pretty normal. You can run patterns on them because, as you saw, the lights were blinking independently, so each one can be controlled independently. But one of the things that's really cool is they can also be used through Razer Chroma, so you can pair them. You see the lights just turned off. That's because they're rebooting as part of the firmware update. With Chroma, you can have it respond to gameplay, which would be really cool in a game streaming studio for Twitch or Kick or something like that. You can also have it because you've got the capability to do things like if this then that, that type of thing through Chroma. You could also have it respond to interesting different external factors. You could have your house turn blue if you get a tweet, for example. So I'm going to go through. Right now it's set to white. I can change the warmth of the white from this screen. You can see it's getting colder and then back to a warm white. I can go over to colors, and I've got a full color wheel that I can use, and I can rotate around through the colors, which is pretty cool. I can also adjust the brightness with the top dial, and I can control theoretically like the opacity of the color, how intense the color is, the saturation. I've never found that to be a useful feature. And as you can see behind me, we have lots of these lights. I've never found that to be a useful feature. Another thing that you can do is there are some static presets that you can also affect. This one's called Candle. I assume because of its color. You can do soft colors. There's the different bulbs are actually different colors on this one. This one here in front of me is blue, and this one's a light purple. There's a patriotic, which is making them red, white, and blue. This one's called neon, which seems very similar to the patriotic. Festive, obviously red and green. But then there's the really interesting ones. There's dynamic lights. Now, the dynamic lights are fun because they are animated. You can have them animate in all kinds of patterns. I have set this to Vortex. If you've seen any of our Smart Illuminescence stuff in the past, whether it be me playing with them or any of our interviews with Jennifer from the company, Vortex is both of our favorites. It shows off the lights interestingly. You can do just a straight rainbow, something called Tracer. Yeah, I'm assuming if we had these in a line, it's probably going back and forth. Color swing. Looks like it's pulsing a couple different colors. Fire. It's kind of cool. Actually kind of too cool as far as the actual color temperature, but that's fine. There's a festive one. It's obviously lights are used a lot for Christmas, so it's actually pulsing between them. It's actually pushing the color across the thing, red and green and a white. There's a peppermint. That just seems like the police are coming. This one's called Halloween. Halloween's kind of cool. I did something similar to this with lights like this in my home last year. Then there's music. So the music is interesting because you can actually have it respond to the beat. And there's different things you can do. You can do sound wave and equalizer. Oh, equalizer would be fun with actual music playing. All kinds of stuff. And then there's a whole DIY category where you can create your own color palettes, which is kind of cool. I can tell you, like I said, so my whole house is done with Monster Smart Illluminessence products, and I did like this flickery orange and purple thing around my windows last year. Pretty cool. It's really easy to learn how to do. There's an edit button in the for the thing, and then you can go in and add colors to it and add times. I'll tell you, if you want a particular color to last longer, just put 2 consecutive blocks of the same one. Anyway, it's a lot of fun to play with, but as you can see, actually pairing them, getting them started, and then starting to use them is really, really easy. So I hope this has been helpful. For other how-tos, you can go to PLUGHITZLive.com/how-to. You can also see our unboxing of the product and our full product review once it is published, all by going to PLUGHITZLive.com. And until next time, ciao. Seriously, this is like the police are coming. Anyway, all right. Off with this one. Put the lights down. I'm going to go grab the Twinklys and their box. I am connected to the studio. I apologize, live viewers. I will be back momentarily. Hello again. If you're just joining us live, I appreciate it. If you're on Kick, do me a favor and hit that follow button for me. We're just getting started over there. If you're somewhere else, go ahead and subscribe. Okay. So I'm going to be 100% upfront with our live viewers. I've been through this process with Twinkly, but I've never done it on my own. So this is going to be a lot of fun. You might get to learn with me. All right. All right, this is interesting. The UI has changed since the last time I did this, so this is going to be fun. All right. It's changed since CES. It's changed since the other products that we have. Okay, so we're going to figure this out. They've added new products since CES is what it is. All right, here we go. Hello, Internet. I'm Scott, and this is a PLUGHITZ Live how-to. Today we're going to take a look at the Twinkly Dots Generation 2. That's important because the Generation 1 and Generation 2 are different, and they look different. There's a couple things you're going to need before we get started. First, obviously you're going to need the product. You can purchase the Twinkly Dots from several different retailers. The links will be in the description below. You're also going to need the Twinkly app on your phone. You'll know you've got it because it's got a star and a gold icon. Once you're in there, you're also going to need your phone to have Bluetooth turned on because that's how this pairing process works. So definitely make sure you've got the Bluetooth turned on. So we have got our product right here in front of me. This starts by plugging it in. And then starting the app. You want to go in that order. It's important. If the app automatically detects it, it's going to be real easy for you. It's going to detect it. It's going to add it. It's going to move you right through the process and skip you further in where you'll catch up with us in a few minutes. I have purposely not plugged this in yet. I want it to be off so that it skips that part of the process and gets us to the start screen, the home screen of the application where it says, of the pairing process, where it says choose your device. You can skip setup if you want to. Obviously, that's not what we're going to do. On that screen, it's going to ask you which device you have. The process is going to be similar, if not identical, depending on the product. We have, like I said, a Generation 2, so I'm going to tap on Generation 2. If you have the Squares or the Music or the Plus or a Gen 1, you can tap on those and go through the process from them. I'll tell you that the Gen 1 does not run on Bluetooth, so its process is going to be a little different. So I have my Bluetooth on, I have my app open, I'm going to hit Gen 2. Now, it comes up and says establishing connection via Bluetooth. Obviously, that's exactly what we want. Make sure that your device is close to the mobile phone. Press and hold the button until the status LED is greenish blue. So right now it's green and blinking. So I'm going to press and hold it until my light changes colors. So it has gone to blue. I'm going to say try again because I took too long. Now it says device detected. That's what we want to see. Congratulations. Here is your device, Twinkly whatever. I'm going to hit next. On the next screen, it's going to say select your Wi-Fi preferences. I'm going to connect it. This is your normal situation unless you want only your device when you're close to it to be able to control it. If you want to be able to control it from remotely, you want to connect to your home Wi-Fi. That's your best bet. So I'm going to say use home/office Wi-Fi. It's going to say scanning available Wi-Fi networks. You're going to see a screen. This is going to require Wi-Fi 2.4. Most modern Wi-Fi routers support 2.4 gigahertz. If yours does not show up, you might have to go into your router settings and turn on 2.4 because some of them ship off. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to select our network here at the office. I'm going to put in our password and I'm going to hit connect. It says applying Wi-Fi settings. There's a fun animation happening in the background. Looking for device with a spinning wheel similar to what you would expect from an old Flash application. There's a mandatory firmware update. Of course there is. Isn't that the way it always works with these things? Now it wants you to give it a name. I'm going to call it Studio One. And then hit save. Now it says it's time to set it up. This is the part that's really interesting. I want to make sure, actually move this a little bit so that you can see more of the lights and less of the controller. So you can see that the lights are doing something interesting right now. What we're going to do now, though, is we're going to map the lights. And you can see, I've just thrown them here on the table. It doesn't matter. It's absolutely fascinating. We're going to hit the map lights button. And on the next screen, it's going to say easy mapping or advanced mapping. We have a small set, right? We're only trying to map one small set in a clump. So easy is fine. If you've got multiple or you've got them spread across a very large area, you might have to go into advanced. But for right now, we're going to do the easy mapping. And all the advanced is the easy process several times. And it walks through pretty well. So I'm going to say next. On the next screen, mapping tips. Avoid reflective surfaces. Keep the mobile cam steady during the process. Ensure a moderate ambient light, not too dark. I think we've got that in here. I'm going to say next. It's going to ask if it can have permission to use your camera. That is obviously going to be required because what comes next is absolutely fascinating. I'm going to say okay. Then my camera is going to come up. I'm going to put my camera up above them. I'm going to say start mapping. So my thing is telling me that my Wi-Fi, that it's disconnected from the device. The firmware update failed. That's what happened. Rebooting the lights. The indicator light is blinking. All right. All right, I'm going to hold this up over the top. I'm going to say, I'm going to hold it up high. I'm going to say map lights. It's going to do all kinds of weird stuff. Once it goes white, you've got it all set. Now, the thing that you can see on the screen is you can actually see all of the individual lights and where they are on the map. It's really fascinating. I'm going to say OK to save the layout. Compiling effects for this device. Now, I have a full map of my lights. So, when we do things with our lights, let's see. So I can go and download an effect. It looks like a globe that's spinning, and a heart comes up in the middle. Now, because we have 200 of these and they're in a clump, it's not quite as detailed as it could be. If we laid these out on a wall and then mapped them all out into, ran them back and forth in a zigzag or something like that and then mapped it from there, we could actually get some pretty detailed animations to happen on here, which is super cool. And it's the reason why these things are so impressive, so unique. Yeah, I'm not going to do that one. Trying to see if there's anything. Flex dots. Okay, let's see what we can get for our dots. Well, I can buy the dots. That's not what I'm trying to do. Anyway, there's all kinds of things you can download from from their catalog, but I can also come in and put in effects. You guys are absolutely not able to see this because of how bright it is. So I'm going to turn the brightness way down. There we go. Okay. So I can pulse a rainbow across it. I can do sparkles, which is pretty cool. Let's see. It can do a rotating sunset. So there's tons of interesting stuff that these lights can do, all from the app. But that's why there's the weird pairing process where you have to have the camera and map the thing. So that's the process. Once you've got these things up and running, definitely try it out. There's lots of cool stuff. I saw pumpkins on a Christmas tree. If you lay them out in a useful manner, there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do with these. So definitely, if you've got them, give it a try, map them out, do some cool animations with them. But that does it for this. And until you can see other how-to videos at PLUGHITZlive.com/how-to. You can see our unboxing of the product to see what it comes with and how it comes. At unboxed.live. And of course, once the review goes up, you'll be able to see that as well at PLUGHITZlive.com/reviews. And until next time, ciao. All right. I really do love these things. They're so cool. These are also going to factor into our new studio. For those who are watching it live, I really don't know. Okay, there's coronation stuff in here. There's actually a picture, an 8-bit picture of King Charles that you can do. There's plenty of weird stuff. But they're super cool, the things you can do with these. I can't wait. In the new studio, we're going to have some really cool effects going on, and it should be a ton of fun. But those are the how-tos that we have for tonight. They will be published in full coming up soon. So for those of you who have joined me live, I appreciate it, and I will see you next time.